Hello, my name's Sophie and I'm part of the Dent Dog Fashion team. So I'm the main person through Dent Dog Fashion. So today's video is just going to be getting personal with us and a little bit about the business as well and where it all started. So if you like the video, subscribe, comment if you have any comments or any questions. Please do interact. We're more than happy for any advice or information that you want to share. So we will start off with me. So I'm Sophie. I am one half of the Dent Dog Fashion team. There's two of us, there's me and there's James, my husband. So we are a couple. We live in a house with two dogs. We have Rosie, who's a border collie, and Django, who's a husky, and that's basically the whole team. So I do all of the physical side of making all the products and packaging them all up, and I also do the social media side. So we do have a Facebook page and an Instagram page. We do have a little bit of help from there from a lovely account on Instagram that I asked to help us out, and they help out big because Instagram does take up the majority of the time and it can get very stressful. So needing the help was it was a lifesaver. It's the best decision I did, taking on that help, because you shouldn't have to do it all yourself. And then there's James, who does all the admin side of things, who helps with the website development, who helps with any quality control or the side of how to invoice, all the self-employment side of the business side of it he helps with. So he does that. So it's mainly me and our lovely Laura, who is our social media manager. And then so any other questions about that, please do comment below. So we are going to go into a bit about myself. I am 24 years old. I am trained in so many different things, it's unbelievable. So I'm a bit of jack of all trades, me, but I originally trained to do textiles and fashion. Since a little girl, when I was about, I don't know, 8-9 years old, I used to do cross stitches, embroidery with one of our neighbours when I was younger in the summer holidays. She used to help me do that, and then ever since I just kind of got the grasp of it. My nan used to do lots of different textiles things. Obviously she was older, in the older generation they used to make their own clothes, their own upholsteries, everything and anything they used to make themselves. It wasn't like as good as the day and age now where you could just go and buy stuff and you didn't have to worry about that. They used to do all that themselves. So that's where I learned originally a lot of my craft. Then when I went into high school, which is secondary school here, we was able to give the option of doing a textiles course, a food course or a woodwork course, and I obviously chose textiles, doing it for so long with my nan and my neighbour. It was amazing just starting off in school, doing it from the ages of, I think I was 12, doing the textiles courses, and we used to make like stuffed bears, we used to make little pillows, doing like applique, which I can go on and explain into a bit of detail during our YouTube channel, into different techniques that we use in the textiles industry. So after doing those sort of things, I decided that I wanted to do it GCSE. Now I was always ahead and advanced during these times because I had already had the step up with my nan teaching me all these things from such a young age. So when I went into GCSE, I did do quite well, and then I went and did A-level, and then I went on to do an extended diploma in fashion and design and arts. So instead of being textiles, I went on to the art and design side of it, which was amazing to do. So it taught me how to produce paintings, to do any craft that there is, printing, all that different side of it, and all of the digital design side of things as well. So that's how we learnt into business, finding out the business side of textiles, how to start your own business and do that sort of thing, the photography side of it, what you need to learn to do. So it was quite a lot. So learning all of this different stuff, all of my friends went off and went to uni. Now I didn't want to go to uni. I couldn't justify forking out £9 a year to go do a course that I already know quite a lot about. And it was the best decision I ever made. I have friends who have been to uni to do a fashion and textiles course. Don't get me wrong, it is great that you have got a degree or a master's in fashion and textiles and art, but at the same time, I now run a successful business doing those things without that degree or without that master's. So it's not about the education or the degree or the certificate that you've got, it's about the hard work you put in. And if you're hard working and you want to be successful, you need to put in the graft, basically. If you want to do something, you're going to be doing 60-hour weeks, you're going to be stressed to your eyeballs, and you're going to be doing everything yourself. But it's all worth it in the end, I promise you. So that's how we basically came onto textiles. Now the business was absolutely a shock to me. So we obviously have 2 dogs. We originally have Rosie, and she is 4 in July. She's a border collie, she's KC registered, and she is so well behaved, it was unbelievable. So when we got her as a pup, we originally trained her to help me as I suffered with really bad anxiety. I still do suffer with anxiety and depression, and mental health is a huge impact in anybody who suffers with that. If you are suffering, this is a disclaimer on our Instagram, please message me if you ever feel like you need someone. If you're having an anxiety attack, if you're feeling really low, please do message me on Instagram. I will be there to reply to you. Laura will be there to reply to you. We'll never leave you alone. Mental health has such a big impact, especially during the lockdown, that we are going to be here. But it's not just the lockdown. People have been suffering with it for years in silence, and we're wanting to break that chain and make you feel comfortable to talk to us, because we're here to support you. And we're not just a business, we're here to give that support. We're here as a community, especially for the dog community. People will see, when you see the dog community on Instagram, it's amazing. It's completely different to normal Instagram or TikTok, where you see everybody about and they're all there judging. It's the way you look or the what you have or whatever, everything's that sort of thing. With the dog community, it's all about the dogs. Like, you see a cute dog, you're like, oh, look at that dog, and you support them and going, oh, thank, that training's doing so well, you're doing so great, that's amazing. Or when people lose a dog as well, it breaks our heart as well, because we know how that feels, and we sort of become attached to other people's dogs just through social media, which is amazing. So going back to our dogs, Rosie was part of my train to help me with my anxiety, get me out of the house a bit more, and she was doing brilliant. When we first got her, she was only young when I met James, and he loved her. He'd never had a dog before, and he loves dogs, but having Rosie there really showed him how much he really wanted his own dog. So eventually, when we moved in together, I decided that he was allowed another dog. February, we decided that we were going to get a husky, which is James's dream dog. That he can remember going to Lapland, and he used to see the huskies sledding, and that was basically it. It was like he had fell in love with a husky, and he was never allowed one until he met me, and then I was like, yeah, we're gonna do it. So we got Django. Django was born in December 2018. So he is 2 years old from December, so he's just over 2. Now, when we got Django, we were like prepared. Huskies are very, very disruptive, need lots of exercise, they have to have a lot of mental engagement. We were prepared, like, get the crate because they're going to destroy everything. Make sure we can walk in when we can walk in, because that's like one of the main things dogs, these huskies need walking 5 million times a day. I break that chain. We got Django, and he's the laziest husky you'll ever meet. He is exercisable and he will exercise, but he's not bothered about it, and he never destroyed a thing. We got the crate, so we brought this huge crate. Was like, yes, we're going to crate train him. 2 weeks, couldn't crate train him, and he's never destroyed a thing. He never destroyed a thing in the house. He never gets agitated or destroys anything. So you normally get sofas chewed, chair legs chewed, everything destroyed. Never. He was allowed to destroy his toys, which is normal for a dog. We don't mind that. We buy the toys for them to destroy or play with, because they're destroying is playing. And he was good as gold. Rosie and Django took so well, and now they're such a loving brother and sister. It's amazing. Django is so big compared to Rosie. Sometimes he's too big for his own good, and he just put his weight on her. And they do fight a lot. So if you've got 2 dogs, you understand the fighting of the sibling rivalry. But also, if you only have 1 dog, then that's great too. Do you know what I mean? I think the difference between having 1 dog and 2 dogs is, when you've got 1 dog, you sort of have to interact with it a lot yourself, otherwise it gets lonely. But when you've got 2 dogs, they kind of just go off and do their own thing. And I mean, if it's silent and you don't know where your dogs are, you worry, because you think, what are they doing? But if they're like, you can hear them like barking at each other or playing, growling sort of thing, you know the difference between an aggressive growl and their play growl, basically. So yeah, really, really good having the 2 dogs. Now, I will show you a couple of pictures of Rosie and Django. So here's Rosie. And here's Django. And so obviously they're very cute. So as you can see, the dogs are very cute. We love them to pieces. They're everything. I will be doing some more videos. Obviously this is just an introduction video on about border collies themselves, huskies themselves, the stigma behind huskies and border collies that we have found that aren't true, and like preparing yourself to get a puppy, really, and any tips to do with that. So we obviously want you to, we've seen Rosie and Django, we want to tell you about our business. Our business is called Dent Dog Fashion. Dent Dog Fashion was a combination of obviously our last name, dogs and fashion, because they're all accessories for dogs. Now we have accessories from bandanas, bows, collars, we do treats, we do sailor's bows, which are the ones with the tails, we do we've just brought out a new range of poo bag holders, we've just brought out a range of new fabrics. We change fabrics all the time. The wide scale of fabrics that we have is absolutely crazy, because we have so many colours, so many patterns, and that everybody loves them. Now we do love seeing the photos of people in the fabrics, in our products as well. So I say people, I mean dogs, but we love seeing all of the photos shared. Now on Instagram you can see that, so there is a link here on YouTube for Instagram that you can go to click on and go love and see all the pictures, go like all that. We will be doing some more videos. Obviously this is an introductory one of what we are doing and what this channel is all about. So we started the business in 2020 November. I didn't expect it to go as big as it did. I was hoping maybe we'll get like 4 orders a week. Sorry, not 4 orders. I was hoping we was going to get about 4 orders a month, and that would just be nice for me to do as a little hobby, as I loved doing making stuff and doing the sewing and stuff like that. But I can't do it and then store it all in my house, and I think I would hoard quite a lot if I did. So it was what should I do? Should I not do it all, or shall I try to sell it? Now, we tried to sell all of our products and stuff like that, and I thought to myself, this is going really good. We started off as a blank canvas, no followers, nothing. We just started up on our page, and then that was it. From November to now, we have now reached 1,000 followers, and we are getting orders on the weekly, crazy amounts of orders, which is amazing. We never expected it. We was going from, we hit 100 followers, that's great, to 1,000 followers. And now we're still growing, and all the love and support we get for our business is just great. Now, I've started doing the YouTube channel because it, one, promotes our business, and it, two, helps people understand some things, life hacks, as my lovely reps for our business would say. They all love life hacks with Sophie, which means whenever it can be anything from general life to sewing to dogs to anything. If I don't know the answer to it, I will research and find the answer to it. I'm very dedicated to that sort of thing. So when we did the business, we just started on Instagram. We were just saying DM us if you wanted them. The prices were all on the photos, and then we was taking payment through PayPal. When it started to get to at least 2 orders a week, we decided that maybe we should open a business account. So we opened the business account, started doing the orders through Instagram, and then we were doing them sort of things through that. We didn't actually open a website for a while. We started with Etsy. Now, Etsy, I really love Etsy. It's a brilliant way of laying things out, but at the same time they charge fees that are overhead, and for us to charge such low prices, or be able to charge such low prices, it was unfortunate that Etsy wasn't for us, because we were getting a fee taken off us for listing. Every time we sold a product, there was a fee taken off us, a standing fixed fee, and then whatever the amount was, including postage, there was a percentage taken off that as well. So if you sold something, you would lose out money. Now, we do use PayPal, and some people do send by friends and family, which is amazing, means no fees are paid, and that whole amount of money goes to us, and profits and overheads for our fabrics and our time making them, and postage and packaging. Now, that is great. PayPal do charge a fee, but it's so much cheaper than the Etsy fees or any of those types of selling websites. Therefore, we were like, right, what we're going to do, we'll just stick with this. Which then made me think, I don't like myself ordering off people on Instagram, because you never know what's going to happen. There's so many scams going about that you worry about it. So I decided that we should really figure out a way where we can sort of do it securely. Now, we decided that maybe we should look into a website. Websites were doing the exact same as the Etsy and eBay and all these different selling places. They were taking a fee, including the payment fees, loads of fees added together, taking off a big chunk of what we would be doing. So it means we would have to up our prices to be able to earn enough profit. Now, we decided to find a way around this. So we did end up opening a website, but we don't take payment through the website. We send you order through an order form with whatever fabric you want, what product you want, what flavour, what scent, whatever it is you want. You put on the order form, you give me your email address, your name and your address, and then I will email you back with your invoice of how much it's going to cost and a payment method. So you can either pay through bank transfer or PayPal, and it's whatever way you feel comfortable paying. When you've paid that, we start to make your order. So once the money's gone through and I get a notification, we begin to make your order up and send it out. Now, this was the easiest way for us because, like I say, some people use PayPal and pay with friends, which is amazing. And returning customers that used to pay through business now realise that they just pay through PayPal friends because they understand that there's a fee charged, because you do get notified saying there will be a fee charged. So they start doing it through pay through friends and family, and they order all the time. But I don't mind. We've already factored in that we're going to be paying this fee, which is the cheapest fee out of all of the selling sites that we found, and it was the easiest way. The website is all developed by me and James. We have made it all ourselves, and there is a link on the YouTube to find. The YouTube channel to find, and Instagram and Facebook, so you will be able to find it. It is as simple as dentdogfashion.wordpress.com. There is links so you can find them, and I can put the link below. Now, this was the best thing that had ever happened. It made transactions so much easier. It made getting orders through and out so much easier without me missing anything, from like people sharing stories, sharing posts, messaging just saying like how nice the things look and that sort of thing. So it was easier to keep on track of who's ordering, when they're ordered, and keeping on top of making sure things are going through okay. That was one of the things that we did. So we started that, and then that started going. Now we're wanting to go for a long time, and we're hoping to expand. So we do have a 5-year plan. In 5 years' time, I do want to open up a shop here in Grimsby to sell our products in a real life store, so people can come in and have a look. Obviously, with COVID happening right now, we aren't able to do that sort of thing. Also, we aren't making enough profits to keep a shopper's overhead just as yet, but they are going up, so it will be happening. In 5 years' time, we will have a shop running for Dent Dog Fashion, but we will still post all over the UK and worldwide like we do currently. We will just have a shop so people can come in off the street and pick products that they like. Why did we start with Demp Dog Fashion? So we started with Dent Dog Fashion because we were in a lockdown basically. It was hard to find work. It was hard to find a job that I could enjoy and I could see myself doing till I retired. It's a big struggle when you have mental health problems to be able to work around your employer. So if I had a bad day and I needed to take a day off, it affects them, and I couldn't rely on that, and I didn't want to put the pressure on people having to rely on me when I wasn't reliable, as say. Working for yourself was an amazing thing to do. James works for himself, and he has done for 10 years. He finds it so much better, and that's why I know that being self-employed was easy to do for me, because James already knew how to do it. So he was there to support us on how to do the invoicing and how to do taxes and how to do everything. So everything that we go through is taxed. So James helped us with the taxing. With all this, we are a legitimate business. You do have some people who won't be going through the rules and regulations of selling, some people who won't go through the rules and regulations of making treats. There is a lot that you have to consider when you start a business. There's a lot of downfall that most people don't look into. If you would like a business video, please do comment below. If you would like some information on how to set up your own business, do comment below and I will do a video on it, or you can message me on Instagram and we can have a conversation about it. Obviously, granted, you're not starting a business that's exactly the same as my business, because otherwise I won't be making a profit anymore and people will be going to you, so I don't want to lose customer that way. But if it's any other business to do with anything else that you want to do, then you can let me know. That is absolutely fine. I'm going to wrap up this now to make sure that obviously we've covered quite a lot. I'm trying to keep the videos quite short, but there will be up and coming videos. We're going to post a video every Wednesday. There'll be a few at the beginning so people can watch, and then post a video every Wednesday. There'll be a new release. So please subscribe, please like, please comment, and please go share our business across the world. We love it. Don't forget, we want you to support us, but we also support you. So if you do need anything during the lockdown about mental health, or just some support talking to someone, you feel a bit lonely, please do message us on Instagram. We are here and we do care. Don't feel like you're alone, because you're not. So have a lovely day, and I hope you enjoy our channel. Thank you ever so much. Bye.